Hey there, Team MVP. This is Karl Jansen here with an update on our Federal Employee Viewpoint Survey. We took the survey last October and received our final report just over a week ago. I'd like to thank everyone who invested your time to participate and were willing to share your candid feedback to make our work environment the best that it can be. 352 people participated this year, which is about 75% of those eligible. That's just a tad down from 81% last year, but we still had one of the highest participation rates among all Corps of Engineers districts. Overall, we have a fantastic organization and continue to trend upwards in almost all FEVS areas. I'm very confident we'll be named a USACE Best Place to Work again this year for the 6th year in a row. This year's survey was slightly different because OPM introduced pandemic-related questions. To make room for these, they temporarily removed about a dozen of the standard questions. This certainly had a bearing on our top 10 highest and lowest rated questions. 5 of 10 of our highest positively rated questions last year remain so this year, and the other 5 were not asked. 6 of our highest negatively rated questions last year remained so this year, and the other 4 questions were not asked. Of the 6 questions that were on the same list, 3 improved and 3 declined compared to last year. For questions with positive perceptions last year, 58% became even more positive, 30% held steady, and 12% slightly declined in positivity this year. For the questions with negative perceptions last year, 35% improved and 7% greatly improved. 37% held steady and 28% were a little more negative. The average of positive responses from a subset of questions comprise several performance index scores. Employee engagement is defined as an employee's sense of purpose that's evident in their display of dedication, persistence, and effort in their work or overall attachment to their organization and its mission. The Leaders Lead Index reflects employee perceptions of the integrity of leadership as well as leadership behaviors such as communication and workforce motivation, especially among second-line supervisors and above. The Supervisor Index describes the interpersonal relationship between an employee and their first-line supervisor, including trust, respect, and support. The Intrinsic Work Experience Index captures employee feelings of motivation and competency relating to their role in the workplace. Lastly, the Global Satisfaction Index is a combination of an employee's satisfaction with their job, their pay, and their organization, plus their willingness to recommend their organization as a good place to work. As you can see in this data table, we either held steady or improved across all indexes this year and remain at or above our 5-year average. And this is a great trend. Our most significant increase this year compared to last was the question that rates whether my supervisor is committed to a workforce representative of all segments of society. We enhanced our score 8% this year, from 76 to 84%, which is an indicator of our renewed commitment to the ideals of diversity, equity, and inclusion. A question I always examine closely measures whether or not employees believe the results of this survey will be used to make our agency a better place to work. Our score was 49% this year, which is relatively unchanged from recent years. I'd like everyone to know that you have my personal commitment and that of our senior district leaders to take the results of this survey seriously and to make genuine efforts to keep MVP a great place to serve. One of the best ways we can do this is to follow through with our objectives and key results outlined in our 2021 People First Plan, which supports our overall people strategy. You can learn more by reviewing the plan and strategy, and you can also take a much closer look at our FEVS data by reviewing the final report. All of these are available at your fingertips on our MVP intranet site. I also invite you to join the People First conversation by accessing our MS Teams People First site, available at the link in the information section below. This is a venue to crowdsource ways that we can all take action to stay engaged, boost our health and wellness, and foster a diverse, inclusive, and cohesive team. Thanks for all you do in support to our vital public service mission, and thanks for staying MVP.